Karen.
Iara mai nei ki te waro takutu, iara mai nei ki uta. Utanga e te aisu, kia rongo hau e te pau ko te whauta, heka ko te pau o te harerua. Kia uai ki te matapuno o te ora. Nā wano e io e, he aro matua, he aro tipua, he aro tapito. Kia vai mātanga he aro tapu ki a koe, io e, tukuna mai.
The main thing here was to get you here, and also for the media to get the story right. What we said that Raka Mangama, which is a place they call Cape Brick, that site looks at Rapa Nui, which is East Island. East Island will site Tapujapuatea, which is in the island of Raiatea, Tahiti, and from Tahiti, Raiatea, they come back here to Raka Mangama. Raka Mangama will site this island on the flood of the Poise down here, just on the other side of the island, it's called Raiatea as well. We call it Rangiatea, but it's Raiatea. And Raiatea will come back and that point of reference to just dig here, this is Mangahawea. What we say that Mangahawea is actually is not a Maori name, it is actually derived from Tahiti. Hence, when Captain Cook came here, he had a navigator. His name was Tupaya. And when we do a cross-reference, he knew about this place anyway. Our people already know because we had the whole history. Because of that, while we're doing the dig. And I think I will leave it later on to James Robinson, he's the director of this dig. And he will be able to do the whole story. But all I'm saying here today is actually, if you fellas are here, you're on the place that we recognize. We feel this is the place that the migration is taking place, and the carbon dating as such of which we gave the department. So without any further ado, e ngarangatira, ona tēnei mihi ka kautu katoa, i te kaupapa, o tēnei kaupapa nui, mai Aotearoa. Reira,
So this particular site at Mangahawea, which is an ancient name, is immediately offshore from that small little motu at the end, which is Motu Rangiatea or Raiatea. It's a name connection back to the Pacific, and there are other name connections. And we got some money to do a project for this year, leading up to the 250th event associated with Cook. This is not a Cook event. This is a voyaging event. 29th of November 1769, Lieutenant James Cook arrives here and anchors off Motuarohia. And on board you have Tupaya from Tahiti, and you have Joseph Banks from England. So what does this mean? Lieutenant Cook connects Aotearoa to the world, to the wider world. Tupaya reconnects Maori back to the Pacific. And can you imagine what a moment that was? When all your whakapapa talks about these early days, but it's so long ago, you know, it's like years ago, and then suddenly someone turns up on this great ship with all these white sails, and he speaks your language. It would be 80 to 90% the same grammar. Must have been a stunning moment. Joseph Banks introduces the scientific method, which we're currently using today. So over the next year, there's going to be a number of things associated with getting a wānanga together to try and tease out traditional knowledge. This archaeology here is looking at early settlement, which is going to feed into that. And then hopefully in November 2019, when the 250th ceremony comes round, when the replica of the Endeavour and all the other tall ships meet up with all the waka here, there's going to be a po unveiled here. The po is going to reconnect Aotearoa back to the Pacific under the mana of Matuna. So we will talk, I think, about this site here, this early site, but I think we've covered the introduction. And I'd like to thank you all for coming, because this is an amazingly important event. Kia ora.
Well, that here, the digs that we've done, actually tells of, gives evidence to the core of my father and ancestry, really, where they came from, and that they, what they told us was that they came from the Wara Polynesian route, in other words, the Mononua Kua, and we came through there and we got here to New Zealand. But in doing that, they already had explorers before anybody else, and they knew what was here. Hence, when Cook came here, this gentleman called Te Paia, which was a master navigator, got on well. He spoke to the local Maori, and they took him away for about 4 or 5 days and brought him back. And they knew he was the high chief. And that's the reason why there weren't any, they left the Captain Cook's entourage alone because of Te Paia. He was they knew his genealogy that he came from the islands, the Mononua Kua.
So Uepoto is our god of war.
Okay.
Yep, and he's been brought onto the island as our talisman or mauri for the site.
Yeah.
What it has evoked within this diggers, though, that there needs to be one on.
Yeah.
Hence why they're going to erect a pou as well on this site, and so it elevates the work that we do here. It gives the kaimahi. I mean, even when you look over to it now, and people arrive and they see this thing, it's been getting more photos than me.
Yeah.
It's a special place, and this particular project has moved in mysterious ways to get where we are today. Who would have thought we would be here today? And when that big thing happens on the 29th of November, we would not be surprised if we have the unveiling of the pou. And it becomes a place where the waka and stuff that are going out to meet the ships, because there's going to be more than one tall ship. They might well have a camp over at Otahe Bay and come here for a dawn ceremony or something like that before going to Motuarohia. There's not really many places to land at Motuarohia. This is an ancient site.